where the proposals before the commissions include the possibility of using a mix of renewables with more demand response in order to offset some of the additional investment in conventional plants. And at least in many states, there is a reluctance on the part of regulators to put their trust in demand response for that. So I'd like your comments on why you think that is and perhaps how that could be remedied.
Well, thank you for asking a very easy question right at the end of the hour here. A lot of regulators are very timid and don't want to, they don't like risk in their decision making, political risk, let's just put it that way. I think the rise of demand response in ISOs is going to open the eyes of a lot of regulators in states where that's more nearly regulated. That's one thing I would like to say. Before you had regulatory skittishness about it, you probably had utility skittishness about it as well. And that's changing. All of you have utility partners who are beginning to understand the reliability of demand response, the dispatchability of it. And as that market matures, that feeling on the utilities part will get even deeper. If you've got a utility willing to champion DR as a resource, that'll make the move a lot easier at state public utilities commissions. Now let me tell you a story from Colorado. Colorado, back in some year, 2008 or 9, Xcel came forward with a request to build some combustion turbines. There was the usual argument about whether these were needed or not. And there was testimony before my commission that Xcel was simultaneously building combustion turbines and stiff-arming DR. That was essentially what the testimony was. What we did as a way to put a foot in the door was we ordered the company to go out and acquire, I don't remember the number, 60 megawatts or something like that, of third-party provided DR. Now, this was in addition to what they were doing with their own interrupted programs in-house. And so we saw that as a commission as a good way of balancing additions by the utility to their own capacity with DR. It worked out very well. Internoc was the winner of that bidding process. I know Convert was involved and some others at the time. You have to have a good regulator to start with, and you have to have the right processes in which they get educated to this. It's an ongoing challenge, but I'm not unconfident of our ability to get this done. And I'm working right now in California in the docket out there in which the CAISO is proposing to bring the DR dispatch through the price auction mechanism of the CAISO. California is, a unique state in many ways, but what happens in California often shows up in a lot of other states a mere few years later. I think that may be a boost also as well. Yes, sir.